All right. Okay, so this is an impromptu live. I'm here. I promise I'm here. But I want to show you this, and I want to explain something to you that'll help you out. So this is what we're listening for. I can't play all of it because of, I'll get the video removed, but just have a listen. Okay, so that intro. So when I was younger trying to work stuff out, this stuff confused the hell out of me, but all it is this shape here. And this is the triad that's used for the D major chord. Move that down 2 frets and you have a C major triad. And then we have this D chord form, this D form, but it's a G major. So the chords are D major, C major and G major. So you'll hear that here if I play D major, C major and G. So where do these come from? These little fragmented ideas are your little brothers or sisters of the parental shape, which is this. And that's often, sometimes I'll describe it to a student when I was teaching. And so you could think of that as kind of the sibling from the parent. This is the parent shape, that would be the sibling. Or child, not sibling, child. So if you play this E chord form, this E form here, this E major, D major, and if you just played from the G string all the way to the top, so you have that D major triad. If you put a D bass with it, you have a D major chord. Either way, that's still a D major. So, right, and then the second chord when it goes, that's the C major. That's the from this shape. Just playing a G, B, and high E string there, and that's the C major triad. So you're going to find that in these tones here, you're going to have a C, E, and a G. So the C. Here's the E, and there's the G. If you put it with a D bass, which you can do, you'd have a C major over D. Okay, and this last one here is the G major triad. And it's taken from this, either the C form or this D form, whichever one sort of you're familiar with is fine. So again, D major, C major, and G major. So I'll play it one more time. So that whole sequence of events again is a D major to a C major, and then the final one, which I didn't discuss, which is this G shape, or you could think of as this D shape. That's a G major. So you have D major, C major, and G major. So as you can tell at the beginning of the song, it has a really strong pull for an intro, right? Very, very instantly recognizable. So you can use those in other scenarios as well. Maybe the guitar, maybe you're playing with somebody else and they might be playing a D major to a C to a G. You could be using those triad shapes here, you know. Or even just the top two notes. Right, you could take, maybe you're playing the G and the B string and you're just playing the tones that fall on those strings, which would be and if you had another guitar playing those chords along with this other these other tones here from these triads, then you end up with this really big, beautiful spread, this kind of spread in the stereo field, if you will. It's a really good way to separate the frequencies of your guitar playing, especially if you're doing your recording and you're playing with somebody else. It helps separate the sounds. I mean, if all the guitar players are playing the same chords, you're all taking up the same frequency space. So playing something like that can really help your parts stand out. And although it's a very fragmented and a very light version of, you know, the rhythmic version that's going on, it still makes the parts sound a lot bigger and fuller when they're played together than if you were to play them on their own, or if you were to play exactly the same guitar chords, like, you know, both players playing a D, C and G at this end, for example. So that's all I wanted to show you today, was just the intro to that, and you know that these are triads, and triads are just three tones that are played together to form a chord. Anything less than that is technically a dyad, or you could call them intervals as well. Okay. So what you'd really want to do is try and even go through, so this is in the key of D, so what you could do as a part of your practice is try the different chord forms from that key, the triadic forms. So you could have D for D, the next chord in the key of D is an E minor. So you could play this one, this shape. There's the root note, E right there. So D minor moved up 2 frets, right? So you'd have D, E minor. If you move that up 2 frets, you've got your F sharp minor. The next one in the key is what? Right, back to G. And then A. And you could, if you wanted to, you could play a B minor here, just a valid shape. At the 7th fret on the G, B and E string. See where I'm going? So you have major shapes and minor shapes and major shapes. So the beginning of this Bad Company song is a D major, a C major, and a G major. So I'm going to leave you with that. A lot of fun, and just for the record, you know, the song centers around those chords, so good ear training for you to try and work that stuff out. Have fun with that. Feel free to drop any comments below. If you've got any questions about what I just covered, feel free to leave me a comment. Don't be shy. It won't get answered if you don't ask. All right, take care of yourselves. Bye.